Hi buddies, I'm coming to you from my deck because just like probably your family, my entire family is home and has been home for months now. My neighbor is doing home improvement projects in the background and we're in the flight path for small airplanes, so whatever background noise you hear is it's the stay-at-home orchestra. So today I am just gonna open some mail because I put a poll out on Twitter and Instagram with 4 different options for videos and you all wanted mail, and happy to oblige. So first I am going to open a new pen I ordered from Jet Pens. This is my first time ordering a pen from them. I had gotten some Traveler's Notebook stuff before, if I remember correctly. And I need scissors, hold on. I got scissors. All right, so I've been teaching a virtual workshop called Fountain Pens 101, and I've had, 5 or 6 students so far, which is really fun. I've got 2 more scheduled coming up in April, and when I talk about fountain pens, I kind of go from the beginning and talk about the different types and cartridges and converters and bottled ink and all kinds of different things, different price points. And there's one type of pen that I always talk about that I don't own, and I was just really curious. So Jet Pens sent me an email, and this pen was in the email, and I could not, I just couldn't even. So I ordered one to unbox for you. I will be using it pretty much exclusively for the next few weeks, and I'll come back to do a review, and I will be able to demonstrate this type of pen in my workshop, and those are all my excuses for why I bought a pen. Probably didn't need excuses, but it did so anyway. All right, so here's what the box looks like. It is a Twizz. There we go, Twizz, made in Taiwan. It is a piston filling fountain pen, which is the element of it that I was really excited to try. Squishy bit. See, right. The little instructions. Do not clean out the bearing grease. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, that is very pretty. So this is the Twizz Diamond 580 Smoke Rose Gold fountain pen with a medium nib. I'm definitely a medium nib girl. I love my medium nibs. Here's what the box looks like. Super pretty. This is my first Twizz, my first piston filling fountain pen. If you don't know exactly what that means, that's fine. Basically, a piston filling fountain pen fills directly from a bottle of ink instead of needing a cartridge or a converter. I use converters on all of my other pens, my Lamy and my Sailor, because I love bottled ink, especially since I've been home and not going anywhere. I've been able to switch ink colors around a lot, use like blue and green and red and like the shiny stuff I have from J. Urban and all kinds of fun things. So yes, let's open her up. It's taped. Perfect. All right. Don't fall out. It's taped on that side too. All right, great. Found all the tape now. Okay. All right, there it is out of the box. It's a nice little storage box. Ooh, okay. This pen feels a little bit larger than my Sailor Pro Gear Slim. It's quite pretty. I love the rose gold accents and the smoky. I'm a big fan of demonstrator pens because I love looking at the color ink that's in there. That's why I like my Sailor demonstrator, but I like that this one has like the smoky accents as well. That is what the nib looks like. And then basically, if I know what I'm doing, yeah, there we go. Okay, so the whole interior part is like a giant converter, which is very handy. So you would screw it down like that, put it in the bottle of ink, and then fill it up, and it uses that air suction to pull the ink into the pen, and then you've got your pen full, which is awesome. I'm dropping everything, not the pen, thankfully, just all the stuff. So yeah, that is going to be my main carry pen for the next few weeks, so I can give you a good review. I know TWIZBee has, you know, typically reviews very well. People enjoy it. I know TWIZBee people love TWIZBees. I feel like everyone has their like beloved fountain pen. So I'm excited to have my first TWIZBee, give it a try, see how the piston action works, and tell you about it soon. All right. I also have a little package here from Touch Art Supply. They are in Los Angeles, and my friend Katie owns the shop, and I just adore her. I've not had a chance to visit yet, but Katie and I are in a mastermind group, which is like a business development group. I don't know. We work with a mentor, and I believe there's 6 or 7 of us. I can't remember off the top of my head in the group, and we're all in the stationery industry in some way, shape, or form, and we do a phone call every other week and do a retreat twice a year. And it's just a great way to set goals and be held accountable for how you want to grow your business and the things you're working on. And we are getting ready to do our virtual retreat. It was supposed to be in Southern California next week. Would have been so nice. I'd been so looking forward to it, but not complaining. Staying home is safe, staying home is good, stay home. And anyway, so we're doing a virtual retreat, and Katie, my mentor, and Katie from Touch sent over some art supplies for a paint night that we're gonna have during the retreat. We're doing the whole thing over Zoom, and it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm gonna open this up and see what they sent. Oh, that's fun. Got some cool, wind. Got some watercolors. I love this brand. I've used them in the past, and it's great. It's 12 colors and a little refillable brush. Love that. Says, wish I could hug you IRL. At least we can paint on Zoom. XO Katie. I love their branding. And Touch is doing these awesome art supply like gift bundles or like care packages, and basically you can tell them how much you want to spend and what kind of things you like to work with, and they'll send you a surprise pack full of fun art supplies. So if you are wanting to do some crafty projects and don't have what you need, you should reach out to them. They're awesome. Good people. A little thing of watercolor paper, which looks like, let's see what size it is. Does it say? It looks just about right. Yep, 4x6 for a postcard. So I may do some little paintings to send out as postcards. That's super fun. I'm looking forward to that. It's nice to have things to look forward to during these weird times that we're in. If you're curious, I am still receiving mail. I had all of my mail forwarded from the shop to my home, so it's still arriving. And Ted's been leaving me little messages on some of them, which is really sweet as they forward. This one says, chirp, chirp, Atticus. Atticus the finch, my shop bird, is here and doing well. He's happy. He's downstairs in the basement with me and just enjoying his life. It's a little bit different than it was, but he's still happy. Got a great envelope liner and matching card. This is from Constance. It says, Dear Sarah, I find myself writing so much more mail in these crazy times and thought you might enjoy something in your mailbox. Today is my mom's birthday, and I'm doing my best to make it a festive day. Thankfully, we live in the same house, so I can at least make a nice dinner for her. She's taking advantage of senior-only shopping hour at the grocery store. The first hour the store is open after being disinfected overnight. I keep harping at her about keeping your distance from others. Hopefully it's sinking in. I hope that you and your family are hanging in there. Such incredibly stressful days, but this too shall pass. Be well. This brings a non-prohibited postal hug from Constance. I think we are certainly all having similar experiences, talking to family members and friends and trying to make sure everyone's healthy and safe. And they're weird times, but it's kind of sweet to know that we're all in this together. We really are. It may sound trite, but it's true. Beautiful one here. It says, consider the postage stamp. It secures success through its ability to stick to one thing until it gets there. That's a quote from Josh Billings. It says, thinking of you, Sarah, I wanted to share a little bit of positive distraction with you, hoping you are healthy, safe, and snug along with your loved ones. My true regards to Constellation & Co. crew. Hugs, Lizzie. Has a very fun little bit of washi tape there at the bottom. Love it. I've not had a chance to send much snail mail in response for a long time now with all of the chronic pain issues I've been going through, and we'll do another video for a little small business update so I can let you know kind of what we've been working on. But I've been exhausted and overwhelmed, and it's been a lot. But the one thing I am doing right now is asking my Constellation & Co. Customers and fans and friends to send snail mail addresses for first responders, doctors, nurses, medical professionals of all types, and I'm sending out little notes of encouragement to everybody who gets sent my way. So if you know someone that is working on the front lines of this incredibly difficult situation, that's doing the hard work of caring for people, do feel free to email or send a message and share their name and address with me, because I'm just anonymously, I mean, my return address is on it because you kind of have to do that, but just kind of sending out little bits of thank you so people know that they're appreciated. And I'm not licking my envelopes, and I'm washing my hands, so you don't have to worry about it. Hey, daffodil postcard. It says, hey Sarah, as you can see, I had a problem with the printer with this card. I hated to kill trees and especially ink bushes for no reason, so I thought I'd send it to someone that knows printing problems. LOL. Hope you're good, safe, and strong. From David. Definitely no printing problems, and currently my main printing problem is that my printing press is nowhere near where I am right now, but we're working on that. This says, looks nothing like the license plate. And I love this project. It's called Subpar Parks. It says 1-star National Park reviews, a project by illustrator Amber Hart. And she does illustrated postcards based on the negative reviews that national parks receive. Just so funny. It says, Sarah, I just love the premise of this postcard line. Also, I mailed a card to the C&Co address and it was returned to me. Oh, weird. So I guess I'll give this a try. From Jim. If you receive mail that's returned to you from me, let me know. Things are supposed to be forwarded, but we all know that system is questionable at times. Cool one. Architectural. Dear Snail Mail Superstar, what a time it has been. There's a part of me that sees all of this snail mail, YouTube vids, and podcasting as artifacts of history that will help us show what it was like to live in a global pandemic, how it affected us, how it affected those around us, in a way that carries such detail that wasn't possible even a decade ago. I finished writing 6 hopeful daffodil postcards to send to friends, because while we try to contain COVID-19, we shall never contain hope. And thank you for such a robust vessel to send hope all over the world. Magically, Jay. It's really kind. Got one here. Dear Sarah, happy National Letter Writing Month. Thought you could use some fun happy mail. I love this postcard. I'm not in Beverly Hills, but hope to visit when we are out of quarantine. I'm in Illinois, and it's still a bit cold here, so I've been trying to get out to take a walk. But when it's 40 degrees outside, the treadmill is a better idea for now. Hope you're staying safe at home. Love, Sue. I love that tape. It's from Betsy. Ooh, that's fun. Dear Sarah, you've probably seen these cards before, but I saw one and thought of you right away, so I bought it. I hope it gives you a smile during these crazy times. I hope you and your family are staying safe and well. Cheers, Betsy. The envelope says, this card is probably as close to sending cat memes as I can get via snail mail. It says, Dear Snail Mail Superstar. This one's from John, again. It's lovely. He was recently on the podcast, is what he's going to talk about here in a moment. Oh my gosh, crows. If you haven't listened to the Snail Mail Superstar podcast, I would encourage you to do so. The episodes are between 30 minutes and an hour, and I'm interviewing all kinds of people about snail mail and creativity and the interesting jobs that they do and the way that they include writing and letter writing and journaling and just creativity in general in their lives. So I'd love for you to listen. I'll include the links in the description box If you don't know how to get to the description box, leave me a comment and I'll send you a link. Happy to share. Thank you so much for having me as a guest on your truly wonderful podcast. It was such a wonderful opportunity to not only share a bit of my story, but to also hear more of your story. Collectively, there have been bits and pieces of video and podcast episodes that have been shaping what I read from your book and vice versa. Thank you for sharing in a story that, in some or many ways, is still being written. Shortly after the episode aired, I'm happy to say a really good friend and past colleague messaged me saying how excited he was to listen, so I can safely say you're reaching all over the country, at least to my friends back in Alabama. Of course, when I start on the right half, I'll have so much to say that I'll leak into the left half. Your podcast also brought smiles to dear friends not too far away here in Seattle, and a dear friend in Memphis who has also heard about your podcast. This friend hails from Alabama as well. Maybe one day I'll tell the story of Zanga, snail mail, and a surprise friendship. For me, this has been an honor. I've been keeping up with the podcast, and to be included in such company is a gift. It's one thing to simply be seen in this day and age, but it's another altogether to be seen in a better light than sometimes we give our own selves. Okay, crows. Trying to make a video here. What is it, like a crow convention? What are we doing? It's probably louder inside my house. It's just, we got a robot vacuum recently. It's chaos in there. Oh boy. For me, it has reinforced one of the overarching messages you send with your whole brand, that we are all worthy and we all have a story that deserves to be heard. Thank you for this gift. It's been a reminder that always seems to come at the right time. Keep up the great work. We will be there for you too. It has been an honor to use the Snail Mail Superstar wax seal. I hope all of you are well. Be safe and distant, only physically, magically, Jay. Yeah, if you didn't know, there's now a Snail Mail Superstar wax seal. They're in short supply. I can get more, but there's only a couple of them right now, and they're so beautiful. So I'll also put the link below. We'll hear from Jim. His return address label says Jim Professional Pizza Taster, which I really appreciate. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Jim is like notorious for getting one of my postcards or cards and then editing them and sending them back to me, and it is one of my most favorite things. And this may be with a cherry on top. If you've seen the movie To Kill a Mockingbird, that's Atticus Finch on Atticus Finch. I'm delighted. And it says the real OG. Thanks, Jim. I'll put that right next to his cage. He will enjoy that. I have a couple more personal ones here. I wanted to read you this one. I've had it for a little while, but it's really, really sweet. And it says, Dear Sarah, I remain belligerently hopeful, and I hope you are too. Your state has taken a beating with this virus. My friend's mom died last week in Seattle from COVID-19. It's certainly hurting all of us. We are all going to lose people we love, but yet we hope and pray just the same. This is not the world we wanted for our new grandson, born on February 3rd. It's not the world you want for your son, husband, and family. That's why I remain committed to a better world. I want you to be in that world. So take care of yourself and let your husband and son take care of you. And let your friends care for you as you care for them. Yours for a better world, Mike. And this was written back on the 25th of March, and it's crazy how much the world has changed in a month. But I also remain belligerently hopeful. I'm with you. Ooh, all right, this one has a very cool custom foldy envelope, which I'm adoring. Love it. It says, Hi Sarah, everything sucks right now and it's pretty overwhelming, but it'll get better eventually. Let's try to be strong together. Hope. And yes, I have a friend named Hope. So this one I won't read in its entirety. It's very personal. It's from a dear friend, but she sent along this beautiful print that I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to tell you why she chose it. And I will find that section. Boop-a-dee-boo. Okay. All right, so this is from Dorothy, who's one of my first interns way back when in the Constellation & Co days. And she worked at the brick and mortar shop early on in the first few years that we had the shop open. And I sent her a copy of my book because she's included inside. And she sent me this print and said this about it. I wanted to send you this print. In your October chapter on page 123, when I read the last paragraph, "We stand on their shoulders," I had this visual of this print. You may have heard of Rani Ban, maybe not. Anyway, she was a year or two ahead of me at SPU. I hope you like it. I also think that we not only stand on our family's history, but of our chosen family too. And I think you, of many people, know this. Thanks for getting me writing again and for writing your book. You are a wonderful writer friend, and I hope one day you'll write another. From Dorothy. So that's it. That's the mail I've got. That's things to open. I will probably make the other 3 videos I put in the poll. I want to paint some happy snails on some plant pots and just chat about how things are going. I also have a new denim jacket and a ton of patches I've been collecting that I want to sew on and chat with you. Those may be live streams so we can just hang out. Let me know if you'd like those to be scheduled so you can make time for them, or spontaneous is good and you can watch them back whenever. And then I also just wanted to sit down and do a full small business update, how things are going, all of that jazz. And I will eventually get to those 3. Like I said, with everyone home, it's a little bit chaotic all the time. So I don't know when exactly I'll get to them, but I'm glad that I had a chance to sit down today. And if you want to hear more or hear how things are going in a little more detail, the Snail Mail Superstar podcast has a lot of that, great conversations with good friends and people I admire. And I'm putting it out typically Monday mornings. And I just hope you listen. I hope you enjoy it. So thanks for hanging out with me for this little bit of day here on the deck with all the birds and the things going on. And I hope you are all staying safe out there. Stay home if you can. If you can't, our hearts are with you. Please stay safe. And just, this is the time to send snail mail. I've been working so much, and I should stop talking and just like end the video because these always get way too long. But I've been working so much and I've been sending so many cards into the world, which means all of you are sending snail mail, which makes my heart really happy. And you know, just scrolling social media, I'm seeing so many people who I've never seen talk about writing letters before, who are writing letters and connecting with people because they can't in person right now. And it just makes my heart so happy. Not that we're stuck at home, and not that we're isolated, and not that we're quarantined, and not that the world feels like it's on fire right now. But I'm happy that people are finding a little solace in snail mail, a little love, a little connection. That's all I've been talking about for years, and I'm happy that more people are finding that. So everybody hang in there. We're going to get through this together. The world will look different after this. I know it will. My world already looks different. But if anything, this has made me more belligerently hopeful, because fighting for hope, while it's hard work, is worth it. So you're not alone. If you're struggling, I have days when I'm really struggling. Today I put on a cute outfit and wore makeup and set out to have energy to sit down with you. Not every day is like this, but just, I'm here with you. I'm here for you. Send some snail mail. You're loved. Have a good one. See you in the next one.
Snail Mail Superstar!